get high and I'm a Midwest nigga. I ain't smoking on no mid cause I got can of coke with us who rolling. Nigga, we already know.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Scottie Show. Today, I have a very special guest. She has been making a lot of noise right now with the music that she is putting out. No further ado, Yeah0k. What's up? How you doing?
Hello, I am well. How are you?
I'm doing good. So for the people that don't know who Yeah0k is, who is Yeah0k?
I mean, I don't really know. I think a lot of people would say hyperpop artist. Just I would describe myself as just some bitch from New Jersey. That's kind of really it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah. All right. Okay.
Hell yeah. So you don't consider yourself like a hyper pop, but do you feel like you get like the influence of hyper pop, in your music, or how do you view it?
Like okay. So my thing is like you can call me whatever you'd like to call me. You know what I mean? Like I don't really care about the label. If you feel I'm one way or the other way, whatever you get from my music is what you get. It's correct. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I definitely would say I'm hyperpop adjacent. I don't think that's wrong. There's definitely some songs that I have that are straight up hyperpop. But I've never like set out to be like I'm gonna make hyperpop.
Yeah.
If anything, I consider myself a rapper, like first and foremost. But yeah, I don't mind the label of hyperpop. Now, I've definitely been influenced by hyperpop artists. Like I was very influenced by 1,000 Gex. Like I can't lie. Like that definitely like shifted how I made music a lot when I first listened to that. So, yeah.
So like when did you start getting into like making music and other things like that, and what were some of the things that you were into before making music?
I've been making music for a very long time. I was really, really, really into like hip hop when I was a kid. Like that's kind of all I listened to when I was younger. A lot of Eminem. But I was really, really into Biggie. And I really loved MF Doom.
East Coast, yeah, you going to East Coast, you got to.
Yeah. So I started like writing raps when I was like 12. And I got my first copy of FL when I was 14, I think. And I was like playing around with that for like a while. 16, I started to like use it a bit more, and like I started like to get into like more like then I had like a whole like Odd Future phase, blah blah blah.
Everyone had that Odd Future phase. Yeah,
everyone did.
Everyone had
absolutely.
Odd Future phase. Yeah.
Around are we the same age? Wait, how old are you? I don't mind if you don't mind me
asking. I'm 26.
26. Okay, I'm 24. So like around our age, like it's everyone went through that. But yeah, so around like 16, 17, I started releasing music. I was doing a lot of boom bap. That was like where I started. And I started releasing music under a couple names ago.
What other names you go by that you went by before you ended up and landed on Yeah0k?
I was releasing under the name DVS for a while. That was like my first SoundCloud. I think it's still up, but I hope no one looks it up. It's just boom bap shit, like whatever. I was just
like a lot of people had to go through that boom bap phase, because I was making boom bap like rap music. Like I was trying to, because like when you first rapping, like you want to figure out how to put like the bars together. And I feel like a lot of artists, whether it's hyper pop or like an artist like Trippie Redd, you can go back to Trippie Redd's old music and he's making boom bap rap. You can go back to Lil Uzi, he's making boom bap rap. Like a lot of artists, before they actually find their sound that they want to make, they do the boom bap stuff first, because that's like the purest art form right there.
You know what I'm saying? No, you're absolutely. It's a pretty good base, honestly, because it's like purely like you are focused completely on the rhythm of your words and what you are saying. So it's a nice place to start. But yeah, then like around end of 2016, beginning of 2017, I started taking music seriously. My friend just came over one day and he was just like, I'm gonna be a rapper now, and I was like, okay. He's like, I know you produce or know how to produce or whatever. I was like, yeah. So I was like, okay, if you're gonna take it seriously, I'm gonna take it seriously. And so ever since then, I've been pretty much making beats every day. That was about like 4 or 5 years ago now. So yeah, it feels like I've been doing it for a while, but also not at all.
Yeah, like do you feel like the recent buzz that you've been getting right now, like do you think that it's kind of making you feel like you haven't been doing it like that long, or because like I'm really seeing like a rise in like the interactions that you're getting. Because I've been following you for a minute and like just seeing the stuff that you've been putting out and just listening to it. And then when I saw you post I forgot what the song was. And then that song had went up because it was posted on the same YouTube account that Lil Peep shit was posted on.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, and then I started looking at this person's YouTube account and I was like, oh, she's getting other views that all these other artists aren't getting, even though they're posted on that account. And I was like, yo, you got something right here.
Yeah.
And like, how'd that make you feel when that popped off?
That was insane. That felt extremely special. Especially like you just mentioned, like it's like over like 50K right now, and I didn't think it would ever get that much. And like it feels cool to be like a new person with like no platform to like get up to that is like holy shit. Like people actually like the song.
Yeah, it just shows you like number one, you don't really like need like a big platform because you are the platform, you know what I'm saying? And like people are gonna gravitate to what they gravitate towards, and you got the people gravitating towards you, and I just want you to continue on. I just want to like, give you a props on that. Like,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah, it felt really good. Like really nice to like feel like, people are like, oh shit, this is actually good. And it's cool because I was like really excited about that song. So I was really glad that like it just happened to pop off and really resonate with people.
Yeah. What's the process like when you think of like a song that you want to make? And Cause for me, like I gotta listen to the beat first. Like sometimes I may have the words first, but I'm a beat first person. Then like the words will follow. Like I try to like go with the beat. How do you like? What is your process? And what are you thinking about when you're writing it? Are you thinking about your day? Like how's that whole process?
It's definitely like I have started songs like just straight like thought of a lyric like in the shower kind of shit, but that's like not usually how I go. Because being a producer and making beats and all that usually starts with a beat and everything. And it's just like whatever I get out of that beat, like I just play and whatever comes out, okay, and then whatever the beat becomes, I'm like, okay, so what does like this feel like? And then I just talk about like just like how I'm feeling, or like really like honestly like I was looking back like kind of a bit after like it started popping off and everything. I was looking back at my music and I was like, you know what, these are all like I like all my songs because they're like they feel like periods of time. Like I could very much remember where I was and like what headspace I was when I made this song or that song.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just honestly I just really talk about whatever, like just how I'm feeling. Like the It's Not All Bad. Like that song came out of like I went through a horrible like depressive phase, like mental breakdown, blah blah blah. And that song was like me just coming out of it and me just like talking about how I feel after that, and like that appreciation for like where I'm at as a person and everything. And that's why I'm glad people like that song, because that song like has meaning in it, and that's really cool.
Yeah.
So
would you say that like your personal life influences your music then?
Absolutely. I always say like you gotta like in order to make a song you have to like live life, like you like being in a room, which I'm in this room too often most of the time, but being in here all the time, like it really like stifles you and then you lose shit to talk about. So like I love anytime I can go to a new place or like go out or like just have fun, meet new people, blah blah blah, like just gather new experiences and like new thoughts and like perspectives on shit, and then it just allows me to like talk about more shit, and then more shit to talk about.
It's so true because I also do stand-up comedy, and like
that's so cool. Mad respect to you. That's so hard. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's fun as hell. I love it. It you really have to, because I when I first started stand-up comedy, I was just bullshitting on stage, like just saying like random funny shit that like that a lot of people think that's funny, and then I started because I ran out of bullshit to say on stage. like bullshit jokes, then I'm like, oh, I gotta start writing about my life and making my real life funny, and like make things like so people can like see where like what like how my life is and things like that. And it's just like with music, because people really gravitate towards people that can put their personal life and their personal feelings into a song, but make the song good and make it relatable. Like that's how people like that's how I kind of view it right now. For people that are really like making music and putting it out there, and you definitely do that. So here's another question. How'd you come up with the name Yeah0k?
It's literally not even interesting. I was moving on from my old name, which I'm not revealing because it's so cringe. I was done with it. I wanted to move on, and I just was like, I was done, and so I didn't have a new name yet, but I just wanted to not see it anymore on all my socials and everything. So I just started like wiping it, and I was like, I'll just put whatever. I just put Yeah0k because it's just like a placeholder. Like I was like, it's just whatever. It's Yeah0k, sure, just for now. And I remember I was just like, I was hanging out with some friends. We were just chit chatting or whatever. And I was just talking about it. I was like, yeah, I really don't know like what my new name should be, blah, blah, blah. And then my one friend was like, why don't you just make it what you have it now? I was like, what? Like the Yeah0k? I was like, I literally just did that as a placeholder. He's like, yeah, but it's like cool. I was like, all right. And then I just fucking ran with it. So yeah.
That's like, and like I said, like it's just another like life experience and like just an interaction between people that naturally bring a name, together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and another thing that I wanted to ask, like when you first like started off making music and stuff, and you weren't getting like the recognition that you were getting at first, like how did that make you feel? Like how were you feeling? Because like some people, they don't want to like talk about like when they were first starting off and like they weren't getting like the interactions. They felt like they were just posting like something and people were just like looking over it or whatever. Like, because a lot of people don't like to talk about that. Like even I went through that myself, like being ignored, and like you just like, damn, I don't even want to do this no more. Like how did you feel around that time?
There was a good like around probably like a year ago, maybe a year ago and some change from now. I was like, I had a period of like, I would get, a certain amount of interaction whenever I posted stuff. Nothing a lot or anything, but I'd get a little interaction on like Twitter and shit like that. And there was just like a period of time where I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was me or like the algorithm changed or whatever, but like I was getting zero interaction on like everything I posted. I was posting beat snippets and like shit I really liked, and I was getting no interaction, mainly on Twitter. And that was usually the place that I got interaction. I actually moved more towards Instagram for a bit because I was getting more interaction on there. That's why my beat page is on Instagram, because that's like where I was getting any sort of like recognition. So there was definitely a period of time where like, and it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. There are times where I've been, new to it, and like I was like, oh, like numbers aren't crazy, but that's okay. I know where I'm at with this shit and like blah blah blah. But there were other times where it's just like it's you feel like you really put out something good, or too many times I put out a song, I'm like, this is the one, people are gonna really like this, and then it's like no one gives a shit.
Because then like and around that time, like like you even start to like you'll think things that aren't even like true. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, people don't fuck with me. No, nobody knows about you yet. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's it. Like people will be like, you start to think people don't fuck with me. Like, why don't people fuck with me? You're like, nah, like you just haven't been discovered yet. Like
it's so true. Yeah.
And people won't even admit that they'll make up fake beefs in their brain.
Like, you're absolutely right.
People will make up fake shit in their head, and at the end of the day, no one is thinking about it. You know what I'm saying?
I think my biggest thing, and I think what I would say to anyone who like is trying to like do, not that I'm a fucking person to give advice. I'm still fucking nothing.
Hey, but you know what I mean? But if you've gone through it though, you can give some insight or give your opinion on it. Like
I really think like what really helped me, and what especially helped me like just get that one snippet popped off and everything, was just being really involved with the community and like talking to people and really becoming friends with people, collabing, really just like enjoy that's honestly like one of my favorite things about this music shit, especially as of late. Like I've been meeting so many artists like IRL and making songs,
especially since you live on the East Coast.
It's awesome. There's so many people here, and like I'm willing to drive up. I drove up to Boston like a couple weeks ago, and like
that's lit.
did a show with Recode and Moth Girl and Frax and Opala. They were fucking so awesome. Everyone's so
That's
nice.
lit.
That show was fucking awesome. Like energy was amazing. Like yeah, my favorite shit is the community. Like if you want to like do this shit, like love the community, love your art, and I swear to God, shit moves. You know?
Yeah. That's what, and you just got to be active, like always,
Yeah.
like it's networking pretty much. You just got, but you
Yeah.
got, but it comes off even better when it's genuine. You know what I'm saying? Like because like if you love the art and you appreciate like the art of music, the people are gonna recognize that and they're gonna love you back. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
that's what it's really all about. Like I'm glad you said that because a lot of people they really in it to be popular. Like you know what I'm saying? They want to be
Yeah.
like some people just really don't like the music. They like the lifestyle. They like the look of
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People, and it's the same thing with stand-up comedy. A lot of people they like the look of it and they like to think that they can do it. You know what I'm saying? But when you go up there, like, because I'll put it to you this way, I've done things where like I've done shows where it's just 5 people in the crowd. I've done shows where it's 100 people, 150 people in the crowd.
Yeah.
And like you have to be able to handle. It's easy. I'll tell you right now. It's easy to do 150 people because they all like laughing is contagious. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it's easier to make them all laugh. But if it's a crowd of 5 people and you have to make 5 people laugh, that's 10 times harder. And if you can make 5 people sound like a room of 10 people, then you have something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's where like you have to love like the art so much that you'll do like just like when you were posting on Twitter and you didn't get the interactions. That's pretty much like the equivalent of performing in front of 5 people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the next thing you know, you're getting 1,000 views. Boom, that's a crowd of 150 right there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Everyone wants to be hot shit, and I get it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not immune to that, of course. That was definitely a point where I was like, man, why doesn't anyone think I'm cool? Why does no one fuck with me? But
the thing about it is though, you were still putting out the art because you love the art of music. You appreciated it.
Yeah. And once I really learned, like, it was all about like community. Like, yeah, it's not a popularity contest. It's really just like build a family around you and love them.
And if it's a competition, it's friendly competition. It shouldn't be it shouldn't be a competition to where like I'm gonna go tell these other people not to fuck with you just so I can get a leg up. It should all be competitive. Like, yo, this person's producing this and rapping this way. Like, dang, now I want to step like my game up or my bars up or my beats up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's how the competitive should be. Like it should be a building game, not a breaking down that person kind of game. And
absolutely,
and like that's like where I don't want to see like music in these other industries like go towards. Like like the comedy community right now, like it's very like supportive. They always try to get people on stage and things like that. And like because I heard like back then it never used to be like that. Music, I don't know. Like I've done music for a very long time. Like I started in like 2016, 2015. I haven't like gotten to the level of music that I'm at in comedy right now. Like I've gotten to like a higher, like I've gotten like way above like music where I'm at musically, like comedy surpassed that. Like I can like say that and I'm comfortable saying like, cause I like doing different things. So like noticing like how the comedy community is, I'm like, dang, no wonder why like comics, if they're good, they can, go up so they can rise up so faster. Now, all we got to figure out is how can we recreate music back in like 2016 SoundCloud? How can we recreate that magic in a bottle where everyone was getting put on, where everyone like where the underground community was like united and people were getting on stages, everyone was getting like a chance, everyone was like back then I felt like a lot of people like were getting chances. Now like right now, how do you feel about music right now and like where at the time it's at?
I honestly would say that right now it's even better.
It's even better. You say it's even better.
I really think so. I think there's some like, because I know and I've talked to a lot of people in this community, some bigger, some smaller, and I know that I've heard a lot of the same sentiment, and the sentiment that I really believe in is like, you get like, okay, my shit is pure luck. Starry just found my shit, hit me up and was like, can I host your video? And I was like, okay, yeah, cool.
Oh, that's lit.
and then I get my my shit goes up, and
See,
then
but that's like some shit that you would like see happening. Like I look at that as like something that you would see happen in like 2017, 2016, where like a bigger platform is like reaching out and like, yo, you wanna let me host this real quick. You know what I'm saying?
It's
like
yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely, obviously, it's all going to depend on the people that are coming up and everything. But even with the small platform that I'm building and I'm trying my best to put like friends and people that I think are really talented on. A fucking great example is this one girl, Leslie 3K. She's like one of my favorite artists right now. And how I found her was so my snippet was popping off and I was getting a lot more followers, and I was just looking through the followers being like, okay, if we have a shit ton of mutuals, like I'll follow you back, and if like we don't have any, I probably won't. Just how it is. And I clicked on one profile and she had zero, like no followers at all, and I was like, okay. And then she had a snippet on her pinned. I was like, check it out, click it, and it was fucking awesome. It was so good. And I was like, how the fuck is this? How do they have no followers? I followed them immediately and like immediately like sent it to my group chat. I was like, yo, check this person out. I retweeted it, and like now like they're like really friendly with so many people in the scene. They're in Bestie Mafia now. We're working on a lot of stuff, and like I'm just like so happy to like, she could have gotten there herself, but I'm glad to like be like,
this is what I want to say though, because like I feel like you actively go search for music. You search for new things. The average person, they're getting fed the music.
That's very true.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's why I said 2016 was better, because people were actively like, "Oh, yo, who's this?" Like people were actively like on there trying to look that person up, because there was so much camaraderie going on. I
see what you mean.
Yeah, like Denzel Curry put on, all those other Florida artists. Then you had artists out in Cali. You had Lil Peep and all them. And then you and this was like 2016 Peep. We're not talking about Peep that was like becoming like a rising star. Then he passed away. Like this was like like gym class Peep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he was like coming up, like because everyone was putting each other on at the time. You did the same exact thing. You found this artist, put him in the group chat. Yo, look at this person. Like, this person's dope. They had no followers. Next thing you know, they're growing a little fan base right now.
Yeah. And no, I definitely see what you mean with you saying that. Like, and yeah, I do think there are people in this community that are putting people on and trying to put people on. But it's different now because of how prevalent like playlisting is, or like that's how you get pushed now.
And the music industry, like, because 2016 was so crazy, the music industry lost like a hold on the music. Now they got a hold back on it because of the playlists and stuff. And like the playlisting, they got gatekeepers for the playlisting, and they want to pretend that the playlisting is open for everybody. But one of the things that I learned, so obviously who Tory Lanez is, right? And like the whole Tory Lanez Megan Thee Stallion situation. Okay. So Ebro, like, he is the person that runs Apple Music's playlist. But he said that like since he doesn't fuck with him, like Tory Lanez, he's not gonna put him on the playlist. Like I understand like where he's coming from, like saying he doesn't fuck with them, but you have to separate your feelings from the because what if somebody's like, yo, I don't fuck with Yeah0k, so therefore I'm not gonna put it on the playlist. You can't have an opinion. You can't be an opinionated person if you have fans that want to hear you on playlists. You know what I'm saying? Because the people that the consumers are paying for the playlist, like what I'm saying. So you should get them what they want to pay. Like you should get what you pay for.
Yeah, it's definitely it's a new game compared to 2016. It's a very social thing. It's all it's very networky. It's very you got to talk to people, and you gotta interact. But it's tough. It's fucking tough, and everyone is like trying to get trying their best to like get on playlists and shit like that. And I understand, because I'm trying to get on playlists too, like obviously. But it does suck that you do have to like kind of be friends with the right people. But you can do that. It's just
there's people that do it there's people that do it independently, and because they have such a big platform that they have no choice but to throw them on the playlist, because that's what that gets them money. So like it is dependent upon you, but there are some powers that be that will say, since I don't like this person, I'm not going to put them on the playlist, like, or I'm not going to do this or that. when you should be unbiased and you should be like, okay, this is gonna get the company more money. I'm gonna throw this person on the playlist. They're getting a lot of
Yeah,
views or whatever. Like I think it should just all be unbiased. You shouldn't have like because
yeah,
once I found that out and like I heard about that story, that was crazy. I was like, yo, I didn't know people could do that. Like that's you're
yeah.
messing with somebody's money in their and like their livelihood and their fan bases and everything else like in that order. I have one question though.
Okay.
What was it like, when you were growing up in New Jersey? Like, how was that? What was that like? I don't know what it's like living on the East Coast.
I think as I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate Jersey a lot more. I think when I
Yeah,
was young, I like was like, oh fuck Jersey, like blah blah blah. But like I love it here. It's fucking dope. Like 1 hour to New York, 1 hour to Philly, half hour to the shore. Like I feel like I have everything that I would want.
yeah. You
And
you
plus
low key in a lit area. It's lit.
it's a
It's lit.
crazy cool area.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
lit.
yeah. I'm gonna definitely try to be here as long as I can. But I'm
Yeah.
probably if I see my future in Philly for sure.
Mm,
Um, but yeah, I really like New Jersey. It's a fun place. I think you like it more if you grow up here. I can see why people don't like it.
mm.
But yeah, I love Jersey.
So why Philly for like your next area or destination? Is that where your fan base is growing in, or
I,
like
I definitely think the music scene there is very cool. I think just people there are really cool. I have friends down there. It's more affordable.
mm,
Um, and it's not like still not too far out of the way from like my New York people or like even Jersey. Like, so
mm-hmm.
it's still very like in reach.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just think I've always thought Philly was a really cool city and very much trying to get out there and do a show. Well, I am going to do a show out there. We're setting that up. But,
Oh, that's dope.
yeah.
So getting all like this attention right now, like how like much does it make you want to like grind? Like how much, how active are you like with making music right now?
Um, I make music every single day. Um, Maybe not as recent because I've just been in a slump and I've been playing a lot of Elden Ring. So I haven't been working as much. But yeah, for the most part, I just do this. I don't have a job. I just do this. I don't
Oh,
do
that's
anything else besides music.
crazy. That's
Yeah.
lit.
I obviously like my circumstances are very lucky and I have a mom who understands. So I'm just taking advantage of my situation and being able to be here and just fucking plug away at my shit.
Mm,
And I've definitely put a lot of work as of recently. It's definitely like pushed me to keep going and working. And I think I've gotten my work ethic has gotten a bit better because I've always been very slow or it's always taken me like a long time to get a song that I like.
mm,
Um, but now I'm like, I'm doing more features and I have more like beats coming my way. I've never had so many different beats from so many people come my way. So I
mm.
have like so many beats to play with. And usually I don't even get on other production. Like, not that I don't want to, it's just I never really did. So it's like cool to have that. And like, yeah, I just feel like I have more opportunities to make shit. And it's cool because now like people actually listen to it. So that definitely like puts some energy in me to be like, okay, like well, there's a few people who give a shit, so that's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Um, yeah, so I've been working very hard. As of recent, I have a music video being edited right now. It's in the process. That
That's
I'm
lit.
very,
That's lit.
very, very excited for. I got directed by my very good friend Charlie Parker out in Philly with a great team of people. Um, yeah, very, very excited about that. Yeah, a lot of very cool things in the works. I'm very, very
Hell yeah.
excited about.
So what can like, your fans look forward to when it comes to performances? Like what do you see, in the future and like how big you want to make this thing for the future? Like just a little glimpse of like what's in like your mind of how you want things to go for the future.
I am trying my absolute hardest to make this a real thing, and really push towards becoming just an artist full time. Um, I, right now, I'm going to be in random spots throughout the U.S. over this year. I have some things that are being set up. I am setting up. So yeah, I'll probably back up in like Connecticut in July. I might be
Oh,
out
yeah.
in Houston in July as well, or
That's gonna be
June.
lit too.
I'm gonna be in Minneapolis in like April. I'm still not sure on that. And and I'm just anything that can come my way. I've been like, saying yes to, and like I will go anywhere to do a show. I don't care. Like I have the time, I have the fucking, ability. So I am doing everything that I can. Even if I lose money, I don't care. I'm just kind of like trying to plug away as hard as I can with this. And also, I love it. I love this shit so much. I've never enjoyed being alive as much as like now, because everything is fun. Like fucking driving out to like go to a show in fucking Boston. Never been to Boston. Like hanging out with new people and stuff. That gives me life. That gives me so much life. So I'm just trying to build this and chase fun. I'm just having fun. That's honestly how I would best describe it. Is I'm just having a fun time.
That's lit. I'm glad like you're like enjoying this, and it just shows like that you really like appreciate the art, because you just said like I don't care if I lose money on this like move or this play or whatever. Like you just want to give people an experience. You yourself enjoy an experience.
Yeah.
And that's just like, your fans are gonna hear that and they're gonna be like, dang, like I even fuck with this person even more now. Like, because it just came off as super genuine. Because like we like just let the fans know, like I don't have any pre-written questions down. Like and she didn't give me no questions to ask her. Like I'm literally just like, this is like a real conversation, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like and man, like I'm really happy that you came on.
Well, thank you for having me. I really appreciate you reaching out. I always
no
wanted
problem.
to do something like this.
Yeah, no problem. I'm excited to see what you do in the future.
Yeah, thank you.
And just like I hope I see like the growth and everything, and just keep on doing what you're doing. Is there anything that you like to plug for your fans? Twitter, YouTube?
Yeah, I'm at Prod Yeah0k on Twitter. I'm Y34H0K on Instagram because the handle that I wanted wasn't available. And fucking dude, I don't know. I'm on everything. I'm just really, really excited for the future, and I'm just gonna try my best.
Hey, looking forward to it. This is the Scottie Show with Yeah0k. Peace.